Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 16 of my Leeds United career mode. Now welcome back of course to what is essentially season 3 but also series 2 kind of as well. So we obviously skipped a season. If you didn't see sort of the in-between episode that I did just yesterday, you can click that in the top right hand corner now, hopefully, if I remember to put it there. Basically we are going to be continuing the Leeds career mode. I did a poll, I've done various different things to try and determine the way in which you wanted me to do it, and so we are going to go into season 3 now. We're in the Premier League. For those who don't know, I'd heavily advise you click that button in the top right hand corner if you haven't already to see yesterday's video. But we are in the Premier League and we're going to make some signings in today's episode. The first thing I should say is I did a poll in that video and you guys also voted to see a financial takeover as well, which is something I've not done before, I don't think, on a career mode that I've recorded on. I'm pretty sure I haven't before. I've sometimes done it off camera, obviously, but never on a video that I've actually recorded. So I'm not really too sure exactly how big to go with the financial takeover. I might just go for one of the smaller ones because we've already got £50 million to spend. I don't want to go completely over the top. So we'll go with one of the smaller financial takeovers. We'll do that. It's what you guys voted for. 79%, 80%, something like that voted for it. Let's redeem the item and we have some more money coming in on top of the £50 million, which is great news for us. We'll have to wait and see exactly how much that is going to be. I think we might have to simmer a couple of days. Okay, so we've got new owners now. Hopefully we should have some more money coming in as well to add to the £50 million we had before. Let's take a look. Will we have anything? Yes, we got £94 million to spend now. So not a massive increase. I didn't really want a massive increase, to be honest. Just gives us more money to go into the Premier League with this season. So a much healthier sort of budget for us now. Pre-contract arrivals as well. We've got players like Oscar joining us and also Kara Imboji, who we signed in the last video I did. So that's great news for us. Those additions coming into the team and obviously adding a bit more Premier League quality into the side. That was a big thing for me. We need to try and upgrade this team a little bit now if we want to try and stay in this division and then try and push on, hopefully. As I said in that other video I made, this is going to be the last season of it, regardless of how we do, whether we finish 17th or 7th or win the Premier League. It's going to be the last season that I do, so I can move on to a different team. But yeah, looking forward to things. Before we go any further, I'd really appreciate you dropping a like on today's video and subscribing if you haven't already as well. Let's try and hit 75 likes on today's video. That'd be great, and let's crack on with things. First thing I always like to do is establish who we're keeping and who we're getting rid of. So we're going to go through the squad now and basically transfer list loads of players that we don't want. Okay, so the transfer list, just a couple of players on there, to be honest. Liam Cooper and Barry Douglas for now are going to be transfer listed. Loads of players loan listed. I put them down loan listed just because I don't reckon they're going to get too near the team. Even though the likelihood is if they are loaned, then it's probably going to be for a year, and that means they won't be played at all during this series. We're going to go ahead with that though. There's a few players I'm looking to try and bring in. Left back, I think we need to bring in. Barry Douglas is obviously being sold, and that'll allow Pearce to be our first choice for now, but I think we'll bring in somebody better than Pearce, and Tom Pearce will be a second choice left back, just so we still keep him at the club. Okay, so for now I'm kind of waiting on the left back situation. There's a few players I've got my eye on, but I'm struggling to find the perfect one just yet, so we're waiting on some scout reports coming back. Basically, I'm not just looking for a fast left back, I also want them to be quite tall and good in the air. We noticed in the previous season that we've played and on other career modes and things that there's a lot of crosses that always seem to go into the box. We need to be able to deal with them at the back post, and so a player like Benjamin Mendy would be really good. He's just very, very expensive, so I don't think we can blow half our budget on him. So look at the likes of Tyrone Mings as an option for us. Kongolo could be an option as well, although from obviously a rival there, Huddersfield, and he's not necessarily particularly fast on that side either. So we'll look at different options. Fabian Delph might return to the club. I don't think he'd end up being a left back though, he'd probably more likely as a centre mid. Lato's another option, just not very tall, so waiting for the perfect one to sort of be found at the moment. One player that we are trying to make a move for is Lewis Cook. I really feel like we need another centre mid in there, proper centre mid. We've got holding midfielders, we've got centre attacking mids, we don't have that many centre mids, so we're going to make a move here for Lewis Cook. I think Click's the only other centre mid we have. But they have just rejected him, and they're only interested in centre-backs, full-backs and wingers. I mean, Barry Douglas is a player we're keen to get rid of. We'll see what they say to Barry Douglas. It looks like they've accepted, but they want £26 million on top of that, which is a lot of money. Let's say £18 million. Come on, be reasonable. 18 million, go for it. No, 25.9. 20 million, come on, that's a good offer, is that? 24.5? Well, I don't really want to have to go any higher than 22, so just accept it, to just get on with the deal. Come on, 22. That's a better offer, okay. The weird thing about me signing Lewis Cook is I'm not actually a massive fan of him in previous FIFAs, actually in game. As much as I like him in real life and everything, and you know, he's a really good player for Leeds, I've never managed to get him playing well in game, so to spend £22 million then is a bit of a risk here. I'm just hoping he's a little bit better on this FIFA than he has been in the past. He's also, I'm sure, gone up in overall since being at Bournemouth as well, so we're going to wait and see exactly what overall he is, because again, I'm paying £22 million for a player that I don't even know what overall he actually is. He must be a crucial first team player, which probably tells you he's got to be a half decent overall. Come on, come back to us for 5 years. Yes, he knows where his home is. And he wants to take a pay decrease. That's true love for a football club as that. 47,000 and a sign-on bonus, and there we go, he accepts the pay decrease. I was happy to go with 60, but he wants 47. Lewis Cook rejoins Leeds United, really happy with that one. £22 million spent on a 81 overall player. 23 years old, looking forward to using him, just hoping that he can put in some good performances for us here. And of course we have his in-game player face as well, which I'm looking forward to seeing. And there are his stats, got some really good key stats there. Ball control, dribbling, long pass, short pass, exactly what you need from a midfielder. He goes in along Saiz for now. We're waiting to see. Oscar might come in instead of Saiz. I'm not really too sure what's happening with Samu. It's a shame to get rid of him. But he's getting a little bit older, so maybe let me know what you think about that in the comments section below. There's also Brown as well, who I think is also likely to come into midfield as opposed to on the left wing. I'm going to have to stop calling our striker Zivkovic now. It's Zivkovic, I was corrected. So I think that is how I pronounce his name, Zivkovic. Again, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, just let me know. Okay, so another poll I did yesterday, basically the most voted position that we should sign for was a winger. Now, I'm wanting a guy that can change the game a little bit more than what Diaz is doing right now. I think Diaz will go onto the bench. So looking for a new right winger. We've got Hudson obviously on the left-hand side, which we signed in the last video as well. So I'm hoping that we can try and get ourselves this guy in. First name called Jan Karama, I think is how I pronounce his name. 78 overall, 21 years old. He's also 6'1", extremely fast. Never used him before though, so it's maybe a bit risky signing him when I'm wanting it to be quite a big signing for us. We're going to go for his release clause. I think it's probably going to be cheaper than what we're able to negotiate with Inter, so it makes sense just to pay his release clause and skip the negotiation. So let's go straight to his contract. Okay, so we're going to offer him 40 grand a week. I anticipate that he might just accept that one, but we'll wait and see what he says. Yeah, it's a fair offer. We probably could have negotiated a pay decrease, but didn't want to risk things getting broken down there in negotiations. So he signs for us, 78 overall, very, very fast player, a guy that I think could be quite interesting, and maybe a little bit of a surprise signing for us this season. Like I say, never used him before, massive risk from that side of things, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping we get some good performances from him. So he slots in on the right-hand side, pretty impressed by his pace in particular. Like I say, 6'1" as well, so maybe a bit of an aerial threat though with the back post crosses. Yeah, could be a good option for us there. So we've simmed a few days now, and I'm just waiting to see on scout reports, players also leaving us hopefully as well. But a bid in here for Peacock Farrell, £4 million. It's not a great bid really. Player I do quite like. I'm hoping we can train up a little bit so he can compete with our first choice keeper. Board have also mentioned a budget increase, and that's an increase of the transfer budget by £41 million. Presumably that was before the transfer takeover though, so it shouldn't really change anything, I don't think, for us. Yeah, it's just informing us of something that's already happened. A bid in now for Ribeiro, and we're one of our young right backs. It's a strange offer to get him for him. Going to reject it. We do have to, I think, raise some money from selling young players, I think. It's only a small amount, but he's not really a player I'm interested in selling. He can play right back and left back, and I think will be a good alternative choice for us during the season. Bid in for Lewis Cook, a player that we have transfer listed. And I think, unfortunately, he's going to have to leave us. There's no point having him hang around. He's a 6th choice centre-back, so should probably leave. We are going to try and negotiate a better deal, though. Start the offer at 3.1, don't sell for any less than 3. We should also probably take a look at the objectives as well, think about it. Youth development is not actually one of our goals. It's not to sell these players in this one. We've now got to sign at least 3 players younger than 20 years old with potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. Okay, it's going to be quite tricky, I think. Sign 4 players in Youth Academy assigned to each of the following positions: goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, forward. Should be able to do that, hopefully. Sign 1 crucial first team player assigned to the forward position. We've already got quite a few strikers. We might have to look at the striker situation. Then the long-term one, which doesn't really affect us, is about the stadium capacity. Financial one is finish the season with a profit margin of £26.4 million. We should probably not do that. Hopefully, if we spent enough money anyway, we should definitely not do that. Finish mid-table he wants to do as well, which hopefully we should do. Round of 16 at the FA Cup, and no continental success. A scout report back now on Congolo, £11 million, 79 overall, but also the worry that the fact he's not very fast is my main issue with him. He could be a good option. I'm not going to rule him out completely. Maybe we just don't have an overlapping fullback on that side as much, and maybe we just allow the right back to go forward slightly. So it would make sense. It might also be useful for a 3 at the back type formation if we need to this season, but certainly looking at other options I think ahead of him. But Congolo, I think, still could be an option for us if all else fails. Agreement for the Cooper sale, £3 million to Getafe. And we'll accept that, not necessarily saying he'll leave, but we'll wait and see what comes of their negotiations. Transfer in here for Craig Dawson from Villarreal. Strange team to go in for him, but I am open to this one potentially. He did okay at times. I think the biggest sort of plus about him was that he was a little bit faster than I anticipated him being. So that was okay, but I think those stats are going to start to decrease in this season. He was a bit clumsy at times, a bit of a donkey at the back occasionally as well. So it's tempting to get rid of him. Just not a massive amount particularly, is it? We'll delegate, we'll try and get at least £5 million for him, and we'll see whether Villarreal accepts and whether he accepts to leave. Agreement has been made, £5 million, so could well be on his way to Villarreal. We'll have to wait and see. Cooper's been sold, £2.2 million from him. It's unfortunate to have to get rid of him, but like I said before, doesn't really have a place in a Premier League team, I don't feel, especially not 3 seasons into this career mode now as well. The board are wanting us to sign a striker, a player, in the 4 position, and it'd be interesting to try and bring another player from China. I think this guy could be one of the players I'm interested in here. 83 overall. Yes, he's 29 years old. I think we're only doing this for another season anyway, so he should be okay for the rest of this season. I don't think he's going to go down too much. Acceleration-wise, sprint speed-wise, I like a lot. 6 foot as well, finishing very, very good. So he could be the perfect option, really, for us here. We'd have to sort out the strikers quite a bit, because I think we've already got 4, so we'd have to probably have a look at that. But we're going to approach him for a deal, see whether we can get something sorted. I think as part of this deal, we'd have to get rid of Diaby, and I've not actually played a game with him yet, so we'll see what they say to that. £6.5 million. Are they interested? Yes, they are. But at £26.23 million, so we need to propose a new deal. That's obviously not what I'm wanting to spend. I will spend, I think £20 million would be fair though at this point. Let's see what they say to 20. I think that's a fair amount. And I want 25. Okay, that's just a little bit annoying. Don't want to go any higher than 22 once again. What are they going to say to 22? Come on. Getting a bit harsh here. 23. There we go. Eventually got a little bit more money from us. We do have that deal agreed now, just got to sort out his contract. He's currently on £32,500, so I'm pretty confident we can get a good deal. I'm going to give him 30 grand a week, but a big signing on bonus just to try and keep his wage down nicely. Let's see what he says to that. Is he interested? Oh. It's awkward. Just wanted to give him a pay decrease. What's wrong with that? Bonus wasn't big enough. We'll speak again next week. Hello again, please take a seat. We're back. Let's try it again. I mean, the deal's near enough the same. Last time we tried to pay 23 million. This time we're having to pay 25.4, but still it involves Diaby. He's going the other way in this instance. 3-year contract, crucial first-team player. Yeah, let's get through all this. Okay, now can you just stay in the room this time, please? 50. Is that a bit much? 40. 40, come on, that's more than what you're on. Just tell me how much you want. Do you know what I mean? Greed. See you in another week then. But first of all, we got some other emails to sort out this time round. I can't do another week without looking at the emails. So we got an offer coming in here for Zikovic, £11.6 million. Not something I want to happen. He's going to be our second choice striker, I think, for this season. Loan offer for Clark, we'll accept it, but I doubt it'll happen. Loan offer for Rossi, another thing that we'll accept as well. Bid in here for Tom Pearce. £4.6 million. He's our second choice left back, so again, going to reject that. Bid in for Click from Cardiff. Don't think he's transfer listed. Nope, but it's a possibility. You have him for 3. Let's see what they say to £3 million. Also, Dawson's been sold as well, £3.8 million for him, so maybe another centre-back might be needed at this point. Just looked at Fabian Delph, and it's a shame his pace has gone down so much. Yeah, it's no longer an interest, I don't think. Okay, agreement for the Click sale, £3 million, again for him. Let's see whether that can be agreed. A lot of loan offers coming in, but every time I accept them, they seem to reject the personal terms, so we're going to keep accepting them, but I think the likelihood is most of them will probably just get rejected in the end. I think Angolo might be the guy that we go for. Even though he doesn't have loads of pace, I think he's got the rest of the attributes that we want. I can't really find anybody else in our price range to be able to sign. Not ideal coming from a rival like Huddersfield, obviously, but I think it's just trying to get in the right player for this season in order to do as best as we can. So we're going to pay his release clause of £14.8 million as well. I'm going to try and negotiate a contract. He's currently on 58 grand a week, which seems a lot for a 79 overall player. So hopefully try and get a pay decrease there. He's voluntarily taken a pay decrease, which is good of him. We'll get rid of the bonus, £42,000 of the signing bonus. Let's see what he says. That's 44.5. Yeah, right, you can have 44.5 then. And Kogolo joins the team. So, yeah, a bit of a different signing. Probably not someone you'd expect me to sign, but I think he fits who I'm after perfectly, so it makes sense to bring him in. 79 overall. I'm really happy to have him at the club. I have also, I think, on previous games signed Kongolo, because I'm pretty sure I paired him up with Mboji at one point on previous career modes a few years back, possibly with Leeds. So it could be an interesting reunion for them at the back. Kongolo now, of course, a left back. primarily as opposed to a centre-back. So yeah, defence looking much better now with that. Pretty happy with that signing. He's got Mboji next to him. Janssen stays in the team as well, although there is David Luiz, who's obviously ageing, but it's another option for us. And then a fast right-back who's going to be bombing forward hopefully this season. Third time lucky. I think we might just be able to sign this striker now. Let's see whether we can. We've got a much better deal this time round as well. I don't know what the manager was thinking, but he's accepted £19 million this time at Diaby for this deal. So he obviously wants us to go through. We'll offer him a crucial first-team play, which he was demanding before, so we'll give it to him. Now he's giving us a wage, which is helpful. Why did he do this to begin with? Get rid of the bonus. Quite a big wage, though, actually. It was much bigger than I was expecting. Let's go with £1 million signing-on fee, and I think we'll try and decrease the wage a little bit. 65 grand. Come on. Accept it. Yes, there we go. Negotiations. I mean, you probably sort of messed up a little bit there, but we'll take him. He joins Leeds. We get a new striker. Really happy about that one. Like I say, he's 29 years old, but I'm really impressed by his stats, and that's the most important thing when you've got one season to play, basically. So we're not necessarily looking for long-term players. This is just one more season, which we're going to do, and he kind of fits what I'm after, really, up front. Got a bit of physicality about him, but also very, very fast. So looking forward to using him. Good finishing on him as well, so can't wait to try him out up front. That obviously means we've got Zivkovic there to put on the bench, and he's going to be another strong player for us, as we saw in previous seasons. He's got 99 sprint speed as well, so he's not too bad. It does leave us with a few too many strikers. Roberts, I think, will stay at the club. It's tempting. That means, therefore, to get rid of Roof, or just to keep him, but maybe move him into a different position. Having said that, Diaby's now left, so maybe we're okay for strikers. Maybe Roof's just going to act as more of a right winger for this season. So I'm pretty happy with what we've done. We've spent a lot of money so far, probably a bit too much, but I'm pretty sure we've signed most of the key players already. Need to bring a new left back. We've done that. New centre mid, new striker, new right winger as well. So pretty happy with the 4 signings we've made so far. I'm not going to go any further in today's episode. Want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments section below. Really do appreciate all the support you've shown over the last few days for this series. Let's try and keep it up. Let's try and hit 75 likes if we can on today's episode. Also, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as well, as we try and push towards 25,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.